everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. Rogue may only be here for a few minutes. Say hi, Rogue. She's interested in playing with Hank, and Hank is not interested. And so there's an argument going on. Anyway, I am here to talk to you about my stitching. And I've noticed that it's hard to hear me on my videos, so I'm going to try to speak up louder. And I'm going to put the dogs out. Well, they're both outside, so you can probably still hear them. They're having fun, though, and that's what counts. Anyway, I'm here to talk to you about my stitching and my crochet and some stuff I made for the Etsy shop. And as I said, I'm going to try to speak up. If not, I will raise the volume on my speech before the video goes out. So honestly, let me know if you really can't hear me. I'd appreciate that. So where to start? Where to start? It's always the question, right? I'm going to start with my crochet. A long time ago, I bought this kit. This is a middle page, so it doesn't have who it's by. And honestly, I don't remember because it was that long ago. I could look it up, but I'm going to make this one. And this is a completely crocheted thing, the flower pot and everything. And here's my start. I have 4 petals that I haven't put the pink on, and 2 that I have, and I need to make 6 more of a different size for the flower part, and then get started on putting it together with making the bottom. I'm working on it, you know, not steadily, but semi-steadily, you know, so not necessarily every day, but a little bit. But I'm going to have to put it on the back burner because I bought something that I need to finish. My niece's birthday was the end of April, toward the end of April. And I didn't forget about it as much as I didn't get her anything. And I'm going to crochet something for her that I found I think that she'll like and need. So I have the pattern. I should get the rest of the materials today. Hopefully I'll finish that in a day or two and can mail it to her. And if I finish it before my next video, I'll take pictures of it. So, as you know, I've been working on making these granny square flowers. I haven't, this is one of the ones I haven't yet what is the word? Where you pin them and wet them and get them all to be the same size. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, this is supposed to be a daffodil. And I wasn't able to, I'm not going to go buy any colors for doing this. The whole point is to use up stuff that I have. And it's been working, sort of. I just keep finding more yarn. This is supposed to be out. I don't know why it won't stay out. And I don't remember the name of this flower. This one came out really good. I liked it. It was hard. Let's see. But after I made this, I came across, I was looking for more orange for this. And, or no, for one I'm working on that I haven't finished. And I said, yellow. I found more yellow. So for the next flower that needs yellow, I have actual yellow. So, oh, sorry about the noise. I don't turn my phone off when I'm filming, and especially not today because I'm waiting for a phone call, an important phone call. So now I was like, what do I do with these? Block. That's the word. I haven't blocked those yet, but I have blocked several. And this little instruction book has some ideas. And one of the ones that I liked, let me see if I can find a good picture, is this. And I don't have this color, and I'm not going to go buy it. See, there's that daffodil. But I have a lot of black. So I'm going around them with black. And it does say go around them with that color. It does say that on here. Let me find that page again. If you see, they've gone around them with the color. And that's a neutral that I have plenty of. And so I'm making more of these. I will block these before I put them together. And this needs 4 around it. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And then the next one is put here. Not necessarily this one next to this one, but you know what I mean. And so far I have 2. This one came out better than this one. I don't know why. They're kind of the same. But I think my tension was tighter. I have 2 plain ones, and I've rimmed 2 of these. I was thinking about taking the ones I've already blocked and just rimming them first, or making a whole big old stack of these. I haven't decided which I'm going to do. Or I could just keep doing it as I'm doing it, and doing 1 and 1 and 1 and 1, but I need more of these than I need of these. Anyway, I'm curious to hear what you guys think about the black. I like black, and I think it'll go well. I laid it up next to several of them, and I think it'll go well with all of them. Does black necessarily go with flowers? No. But I have an off-white that I could use. Quite a bit of it, actually. But the problem with that is that I'm not sure where I bought that. And so I don't know if I could buy more, because the black I have a lot, but it's not going to be enough to put all of these together. I'm going to have to get another skein of black. And I wanted to use a color that I have a lot of, that I knew I could buy that color again to fill in the blanks. So, yeah. Anyway, that's my crochet for the week so far. Now, before I get to this, I want to talk to you about my chosen pattern. I chose poorly. This is going to be cute when it's done, but it takes a really long time to do one. I am not a fast stitcher by any stretch of the imagination. And this is Temperature Pets by Jace, or JaceBreeze. And I still don't know where I went wrong. So here's April Dog. But the problem with April Dog is he's supposed to be 30 stitches long, and he's 32. And I realized it was wrong when I got to about here. I was like, wait a minute. So I'm going to have to just leave it like that, because I couldn't figure out where I put the extra, and I'm just like, I don't care. In the grand scheme of things, are people going to care? No. I just know that there was 3 days that were cooler, and then the last 3 days of the month were warmer, and so I'm fine. And there's May started. And see, that's another problem, is that some days it's 2 stitches, and other days it's tons of stitches. So I never know how long it's going to take me to finish that. And then with the mistakes I was making, it took me forever on Friday. And I work on it every Friday, but I don't want to do only that on Friday. So I'm really struggling with that. Now, I have continued to work on StitchyProse anchored tails. Toward the end of the day, if I'm not feeling any of my projects, where I want to work on them, or I just decide to pick this up. Not every day, but often. And I've just put a few stitches in. So this is where I am so far. I've almost got the main seahorse done. Have you seen seahorses? They're tiny. They're like this big. I'm sure there's several varieties that are bigger, but Albuquerque has an aquarium, and when my son was little, we had a membership to the zoo, and that gave you membership to the aquarium and the botanical garden, so you could go to any one of those as often as you wanted. And so we'd go to the aquarium and walk through there and just hang out for a while. There was a little cafe in there that you could sit by a big picture window and just watch the fish go by. It was great. It was fantastic. But one of the rooms they had jellyfish, and they had seahorses. And I used to love and go watch them. They were so cute. So. And here's my flag so far. I was hoping to get it done, before the summer. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But I try to work on at least one a day. Now, some of them I, have thread left and I put it somewhere, but I try to work on at least one a day, if not more. There's some days that I don't get to it, but I try to do it every day. Eventually it'll get done, and it'll be really great. I already know where I want to put it. Framing it's going to cost a fortune, but it'll be worth it because of how much effort has gone into it, and I really enjoy doing it. I don't enjoy satin stitch, but some of them, that's the only stitch I'm going to do, so yeah. Erica Michaels, the America Berry. My sister was laughing because what I have here is Erica. And she said, if it was mine, I would have really played on that word Erica in the title. I was like, nah, it's all right. That's not the name of the person that's doing it. So that's where I am so far on that. I've seen so many of them done and they're so beautiful. And Boomerang stitches. Ruby-throated hummingbird. You know, let's talk about Boomerang stitches. Not only are her patterns beautiful, but look at the detail. Look at the little ladybugs. Isn't it cute? Now, I'm doing this on a sparkly fabric that I got from France, and it drives my eyes bananas. So I didn't get as far as I would have liked, but I started a hummingbird right here, and I couldn't find one of my greens, and I said, you know what, I only have one day to work on it, so if I pursued it, I would have been able to find it, but, you know, quickly. It wasn't in the bag, so that's the end of the purple. I've got to make this big leaf, and then I'm going to do both hummingbirds and then the pink. I think that's my plan of attack. But that is a project for a different month, not this. This was for April. And I keep plugging away at CrazzyStitch. We do Geek. I keep plugging away at it. And I have getting down there. I'm working on the loyal. Now, I was working on this morning, and I actually had the Y one stitch too short when I started the A. So then, you see all the, where I frogged here? Like, I am not frogging that whole thing. I frogged where it was not right here. And I went back and put in a stitch here and put the bottom row on and came over here and did this row. And then I'm going to go back up here and finish that A. I was like, I am not frogging that. Not when I can make it work. So that's all the amount of room I have left. I don't know. Now, the pattern I couldn't find that was for this month, 5 days on Rolis, I think it's called Little Hedgehog. There we go. Look at these little hands and feet. Aren't they cute? And I have worked on this for 3 days. Did I work on it all day for 3 days? I did not. But this is how far I've gotten. And when I started, I had basically the eyes and just like this part around the eyes. So I have 2 more days. I probably won't finish it, but look at it. I just love it. Except wool thread. Never again. I was so frustrated with it because if you make a mistake, it's really hard to frog without destroying the thread. And I almost just said, no, I'm going to start over with DMC on a different piece of fabric. Then I just gave in and kept working on it. Now today, this week I worked on making lots of scissor fobs. Remember the videos, the beads that I showed you last week? But when I was looking through the findings I had, and I remember why oh, I sold a scissor fob, so I was looking through them and I found these, that I have 2 of these. And then I made the rest of these. I found some wooden beads. These are all already in the Etsy shop. I put them in there right away. I have 2 of these. I can make a couple more of some of these, but you know. Now, the flag says land of the free because of the brave. I love that saying. And here's where I use those little star beads and the glittery beads. Here's the one that says freedom. It's right if you look at it like this. Let me see if I can put it the right direction for you. The beads twist. And here's the one that says USA. And this one says USA. And as I said, these are all already in the Etsy shop. So, and then I was at Walmart and I love to collect Monopoly games. I have Monopoly game. I have one, a travel one from England. I have a metal one from a 50-year anniversary one from Belgium. It's in French and Flemish, not English. So I have some from a couple of cities. And I saw this. And I walked by it and I left. And then the next time I was at Walmart, I kept walking by it and I just was like, no, I have to have that. Do I have anybody to play Monopoly with? No. My son says he'll play with me. We'll see. Here's the board. Look. Traffic jam. Go to traffic jam. 4th of July. Look at the date. There's the railroads. It's easier to see on these. Instead of tax, IRS audit. I just love looking at ingenuity. Route 66 is one of the properties. The Park Place properties are America's national parks, the Rocky Mountains, and the Grand Canyon. So, yeah, I'm thrilled with this. I can't wait to take it all out of its little wrappers and play with it. Oh. Every game that I've purchased like this, I have played with. I haven't bought any in ages because, you know, my kids are grown. My kid is grown, and there's a lot less opportunities. So anyway, that's all I have. And I appreciate your time. I'm sorry that I played back my video and I'm like, that's really soft. So I'm going to try to work on that and get it where you can hear it without putting the volume up all the way. So I hope the start to your May was good. I wanted to do Mania. I wanted to do Market Mania. And then I thought about it and I thought, no, I have enough projects. So I hope your May is going great. Let me know if you're doing Market Mania or any kind of mania, just what you're doing. I just keep plugging away at the same things. All right. Thank you. Thank you for listening and happy stitching.